you are watching this video because you watched one of the other videos before, great, you're here. I don't know if I would still be here because it's not a very structured video kind of format like you might see it on different other channels. But this is me, and I might be all over. Maybe you're too. Maybe that's why you resonate. I don't know. But yeah, this time I wanted to talk about a side hustle that I tried, and I want to tell you the pros and cons and why I tried it and what went wrong because it did went wrong. But this is the one side hustle I wished I would not have given up. And if you have advice at the end for me, leave it in the comments below. And also stick to the end because I'm going to tell you what I learned the most out of this. So, yeah, I think I have to just say for a moment, if you didn't see the video right before this one that I posted last week, it was about a side hustle that I tried, which was dropshipping, which is selling things from your website that you're creating. And those things are like click on demand kind of products. So someone clicks on it, buys it, and the company in China sends it out to the customer. So that's what I did. And that's a couple years ago, actually. And it didn't work out. That was the point of the last video. And now I want to talk what I did right after. Because I stopped doing that dropshipping business because I just still didn't find that winning product, right? So back at that time, my sister, she's the creative one in our family. Like really, she does a lot of craft and she sings, and I wish I had more of those kind of features, but I really dearly love her and she has great talents. So back then she, I think it was the same time. I think, yes. Back then she made the decision that she want to have some dreads, right? I even have some dreads. You might not see them because they're under the other hair. Like I have some here and there. Oh yeah, there is some here. Yeah. I have some of them, not a lot, but she decided to make almost her whole hair like that, so she did. And because she did, she wanted to have some, you know, like some kind of jewelry that she could hang in her hair. So she started doing that for herself at the beginning, and some of them were like, let me see if I find one. I have a couple actually. I have one that is right here, right? This one is like bamboo, and she put things in it, like ornaments, and she draw it herself with, I don't know, some kind of fires, like she burned it into the wood. I don't know how that, I don't know the word for that, but she did those, and she did also things that we call in German macrame. I don't know what's the English word for that, but it's like those kind of, you know, like those kind of jewelry for your hair, right? So that's what she did. And back that time, I had that online store that was not working out well, right? With those Chinese dropshipping products. Wow, so I was sitting one night with her together, and we were like, I was talking about that dropship is not working for me, and she was talking about her jewelry for hair stuff, and I don't know, it just made click, and we were like, you know what? Let's sell your items on my website. So we did that, and I have to say, it took me far less long to build that next website because the first one took me 3 months. I talked about that in the last video, but this time it took way shorter. Like I think I took a month or so. And with her, on addition of her, you know, crafty creative talent, she made the logo, she made some of the nice designs, all those creative things were in that website from her. So I really love that because it made that website so beautiful. It was called Dread Else, which is a funny name though, because it was dread, horse, and else because, I don't know, our slogan was something about dread else for everyone, I don't know, for you and everyone else. That's why it was like else, you know what I mean? But on the other hand, the word else is written in a way that we in German would pronounce it Else, which is like Elsa, almost the name, and our grandma's name was Else. So it was, she was our beloved grandma. She was the one that, man, she had a heart. I'm getting sentimental here. We loved her, and having her name in our brand's name, who I don't get sentimental here. Hold on, I think I'm going to turn off the camera. No, I can. It was special to us. So she had some things crafted, like those things I just showed you, and they were really beautiful, like a lot of them in different kind of colors, and we named them differently. It was so fun. It was, I don't know, the red ones we called Fire Spark, like, I don't know, creative funny names. And I really, looking back on that website, I really loved the website itself, how it looked. I think it was something special. It was different than usual websites, but not so crazy different that you don't know where to click or what to find. Right? You know what I mean? But it was really nice. Until this day, I do feel like sad that we gave that up. And I'm going to tell you why we gave it up, but I'm not there yet. So if you have a little bit more time, I think I'm talking at least 5 more minutes about it. So yeah, we ended up having, I think, 6 or 8 boxes where you could click on, and each of those click on things on the website were different items. Like one of those bamboo things, one of them were like all those kind of, I don't know what it's called, you know, macrame things in this and this color shape, this and this color shape, so different. And it was really nice. I liked it. And we started to do some advertisement, and that worked out actually better than the dropshipping, but it worked better than the dropshipping. We had here and there customers. The products were not crazy expensive. Like those bamboo things were for like less than $5, and the long things were like, I think maximum $26 for the really long ones, because she said like an hour to make them. You know what I mean? An hour work for it was a lot, and we also had to pay the items that she used to do those things. So long story short, it was actually not that bad of a year when we did that. And one of our bigger customers was a woman in Germany that had her own store selling those kind of things. She was like, you know what, I want to have a whole box of your items sold in my shop in Germany. We were thrilled. I will never forget, we sat down in her apartment, her living room, me and my sister, having that Zoom call with that person in Germany, telling us she wants a box with a couple items of us, and we're like gained $300 with one call. We were, I don't know, we were really celebrating that. If you ever had a win like that maybe seems small to others, but it's the first one for you in that kind of size, you are thrilled. Like, you are happy. Like, that's dopamine. It's like, really, we were happy and celebrating, and we had the feeling our shop, like, you know, gets some shape, kinda. So after that, we sold a couple more items, but at the end of the whole year, like after a whole year, after 12 months of doing this, and it was still a lot of work, you know what, like she did the products, yes, but I still did the customer service, and I still did the advertisement, and the advertisement, I did the paid ads, and she did all the things that you have to post on the social media things, because that was never mine, you know, not my drive somehow. So after 1 year, we sat together and we went through all the things that you have to go through after a year when it comes to your expenses and your income and everything like that. So what came out was that we had not been in minus, but like barely in plus. Like I think we gained, after a whole year of working on all of this, like it was a lot of work. I don't know if you can imagine. It was a lot of work. After a whole year, I think we were plus $30 for every one of us. Like $60 was our win after a whole year, because whatever we gained in from whatever we sold, and I think we sold maybe to 80 customers, like not a lot also, right? But all the income was gone with either advertisement or shipping costs, because we did that ourselves, or the items that she needed to do those jewelry. So we sat down after a whole year, and I will not forget that moment either. We sat down and we talked about it, and I told her all the numbers, and my light just went out. Can you wait? Hold on. I have a cable for that. Yeah, after a whole year, we sat there and we talked about all the numbers, right? And figuring out that we were less than $100 in plus of win after all that work was devastating. Like, you know, the point where something is so crazy bad, you just have to laugh in a crazy laugh way. Like, we laughed till we cried. Then we really actually almost cried. Like, we were like, how could that happen? Like, why? And there were 2 points that I think made it go wrong. One was that advertisement was pricey, like with the dropshipping. I knew that, and I had some money before we started that. So that was one part. But the other part was, even then, each time I had a little bit more money for advertisement, I did not use it for advertisement because we at that time, for example, had enough people asking us for items they didn't want to buy, and my sister was still producing them. She was still doing them at home, right? So it was a kind of a balance of we wanted more customers, but we were afraid of too many customers because we could not come up with the demand. We decided after the year to give it up. We just we were sad about giving it up because we were so thrilled starting it and the year was exciting. But seeing the results being so minimal, we're like, it was not worth it in our eyes. And this is several years ago, like I think it was before COVID, okay? So when we did stop that website, it was a Shopify website, by the way, and I was happy, like, how it worked. But we stopped it, and thinking about this now, with this distance, right? I have the feeling that maybe we shouldn't have stopped it. Not that it was the biggest passion of all times. I mean, she liked doing it, but it was also exhausting for her doing it job-wise and not only as a hobby anymore. But thinking about it now, sometimes, and maybe leave a comment below if you think about it different, but I have the feeling I should have asked more people to come in our boat. You know what I mean? Like more crafty people to make more products so we could sell more. But I was afraid to do that, even though I had the thought back then, because I was like, if we do that, we have to make sure we have enough income then to pay also the other person helping us, or the other people if it's more than one. So we did not do that, but I do regret it that we did not go on with it. And a couple years later, like maybe 2-3 years later, I was like, you know what, maybe we should get it a second try. But you know what happened when you delete a Shopify and it's a certain time you can reactivate it, but that time was like past because we waited really long, like 2 years or something. You cannot activate that shop anymore. It took so long to make that shop. From like the shop from scratch was the drop shipping, and just on addition just changed everything to make it to the Red Else shop that we had then. So all in total, it would have taken me at least another 2 months, I think. So, you know what? I just didn't start it anymore. But it's the one side hustle of all the side hustles that I ever tried where I'm like, maybe I should have done that longer. Maybe I shouldn't have given up so soon. Now, and in this video, and if you're still here, thumbs up to you, because it's a long video and it's just like a raw footage, the way I am, the way I'm talking, without any script, without all those shikimiki camera, I don't know, things like other YouTubers might have. So you might as well just click the subscribe button if you're still here till there at this point. Leave a comment below for telling me what you think about that store. Like, should I start from scratch? Was that something you would have done different? You know how it is, like sometimes you're just being too long in your shoes and if someone else would wear them, they would know better what to do with it, like with life. Maybe I was just too close, and I still am. So if you have any recommendations or thoughts, or you have an online shop yourself and you're struggling, or you have an online shop and it's on the top of the roof, you're super happy with it, please let me know. I'm super curious, because this is something I still till this day sometimes wake up in the middle of the night. I'm like, that shop was really a good opportunity that I might have just let go too early. Yeah. That being said, I'm going to end the video now, and next time I'm going to talk about a side hustle that I tried more recently, telling you what I've done there. What I learned from this side hustle of having the online shop though is making a website even better, email marketing, customer service, because I never did it that intensive like I did with the online shop that was my own. So I did have a lot of learnings here, which I'm grateful for, but I'm still sad it was not successful. But yeah, I had a lot of learning. So if you have some to share in the comments, please do so, and see you next time.